Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to sunny Boronia. Not so sunny Boronia today. By way of introduction, David Stewart is my name. I will be your auctioneer this afternoon. I'm assisted by Danny, who many of you have met over the last couple of weeks. Also, Jeff and Bob are here also, and we proudly represent one of the fastest growing real estate companies in the eastern suburbs, iTRAK Real Estate. On behalf of our vendors, a warm welcome to purchase what is an absolute stunning home here today. It's always a pleasure to be marketing such a stunning home, and I can tell that you're all here, and why not? Because someone is going to be very lucky today and enjoy the next 15 years of their life, 15, 20, or maybe 25 or 30 years of their life in this magnificent home. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the auction process, today's proceedings will take three parts. Firstly, I'll go through the particulars of sale. Secondly, the rules of the auction. And third and finally, a brief description before we get things going. Obviously, we don't want to risk the weather too much, and Danny's given me strict instructions to keep it as quick as I can. So the particulars of sale are as follows. The vendor's agent is iTRAK Real Estate. We are selling for, and on behalf of our vendor, the property described as Lot 20, Plan of Subdivision 011567, volume 07863, folio 158, and obviously more commonly known to all of us as number 8 Mount View Road in Boronia. Goods and chattels included in today's sale have been on display for the last half an hour, but they include all fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature as inspected. The plumbed-in fridge is staying with the sale today, ladies and gentlemen, so you won't have to need to buy a fridge to bring it with you. It's already here waiting for you. The vendors are very, very happy with a settlement period of any day, no earlier than 50 days and no longer than 75 days at the choice of the highest accepted bidder. Basically, with Christmas in the way, we can't do a 30-day settlement, but we can do from, say, the 10th of January up to 75 days from today. We are selling by public auction, whereby unless you have a previously arranged agreement with the vendors, a 10% deposit is required at the fall of the hammer, and we can accommodate your deposit monies very flexibly. You can do a $5,000 initial deposit today if you like into the NetBank trust account with the balance on Monday, or you can give us a cheque today, whichever is more convenient for you. Now, the rules of this afternoon's auction are in accordance with the REIV and the Law Institute of Victoria, of which iTRAK are members of the REIV, and they are as follows. Subject to the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder whose bid is accepted by the vendor shall be the purchaser. I, as the auctioneer, will determine the minimum which the bidding shall be advanced, and no bid once made shall be retracted. If any dispute arises concerning the bidding, I, as the auctioneer, will determine the dispute or resubmit the property back to you all at its last undisputed bid for your continued bidding. The vendor reserves the right to bid once or more by their auctioneer, to refuse any bid, or to withdraw the property at any time without necessarily declaring the reserve price. I will indicate bids on request. If I could ask for your first bid, ladies and gentlemen, to shout it out if you may, and from that moment in time, if I'm suggesting a figure or a minimum amount to which the bidding shall be increased, if you could just raise your hand, shout it out if you want, but raise your hand, nod from there, and I'll consider that a bid from that moment in time. The law prohibits the making of false bids, and it does provide major fines if you're attempting others to prevent them from bidding. I've never had any problem at any of my auctions. I'm sure we won't have a problem this afternoon. The law prohibits the making of vendor bids other than by myself as the auctioneer, and ladies and gentlemen, a vendor bid is nothing more, nothing less than a counter offer made by myself on behalf of the vendor to simply suggest to you all that the vendor will not entertain selling the property at a lower figure than that nominated figure, and by law only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. And the final rule in all auctions in Victoria is there is no late bidding. Once the contract has hit my hand, the property is deemed to be sold. From that moment in time, I am not allowed to entertain a further bid. So if I've got to the first or the second call and you're interested in the property, I strongly urge you to make your interest known so that we don't have any issues with any late bidding along those lines. So that concludes the auction rules, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we here? Well, quite clearly, this is one of the most beautiful homes that I've ever had the privilege of marketing in Boronia. It's an absolute credit to our vendors in the manner that they've presented the home for you all and us here today. It's a renovation of class, not a renovation of convenience. The tiles and the floor covering, you're the best Italian floor covering. The carpets are good. The kitchen is phenomenal. We've had a lot of comments about the kitchen over the last couple of weeks. The size of the bedrooms is magnificent, and how about the size of that bathroom? You'd go a long way, ladies and gentlemen, to see a larger bathroom with more size than that in it. It's been a renovation of love for our vendor, Paul. He's put a lot of pride and a lot of effort into what you guys get the opportunity to buy today, and he's happy to move on and let the next chapter of this home's life be enjoyed by some lucky person here today. Boronia area, well, we all know Boronia is a magnificent area, especially this side of Boronia, the Basin being one of my favourite suburbs, and this is basically in the Basin part of Boronia. You've got a back street drive to the Boronia shops if you want to go up for a Sunday morning coffee. You've got very easy access at either end of the street here, ladies and gentlemen. Straight up Albert Avenue and down Boronia Road will get you to Weasley, or a quick drive up the hill for a Sunday morning coffee at Sassafras is only 10 or 12 minutes away as well. It really is a phenomenal place to be bringing up your family for the next 15 or 20 years. And the last but not least, we are on over 1,000 square metres here today, ladies and gentlemen. Where else can you buy 1,000 square metres of land? You certainly can't buy beautiful homes like this on 1,000 square metres of land out Narre Warren, Berwick, Pakenham. They just don't exist. So ladies and gentlemen, always bear that in mind as well. If you're holding 1,000 square metres of land, you'll be one of the lucky ones going forward for the next 15 or 20 years. I'm not going to risk the weather. The way in which we'll be selling the property today, ladies and gentlemen, is in a first, second and third call. When the contract hits my hand like so, the property is deemed to be sold. Again, I'm not allowed to accept late bids. There's always three options at every auction, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we should be selling the property under the hammer today. We've got motivated and genuine vendors. So if we reach the vendor's reserve price, we will be selling on a first, second and third call. But as a buyer, you need to know exactly what your rights are if we don't quite reach the vendor's reserve price. As the auctioneer, I'll have two choices. I can pass the property into the highest bidder and give that person the exclusive right to negotiate with our vendor, or I can pass the property in on a vendor bid, and therefore Danny and our other staff members get to negotiate with multiple parties at the same time. Basically a private sale with blindfolds over your eyes so you can't exactly see what your competition's doing. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'm in your hands. It's your opportunity today to buy this magnificent home here at 8 Mount View Road. Start me wherever you like, ladies and gentlemen. Where can I see our fair and reasonable start here at 8 Mount View Road here in Boronia? Anywhere at all. Anywhere at all, ladies and gentlemen, just shout it out. You've got a bid to buy. Anywhere at all. I can't buy the home, so I'd prefer you guys start me off. Doesn't matter where we start. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to kick it off. I can't buy the home, obviously. We'll take a vendor bid at $720,000. At $720,000, I'll ask for a rise of 20. At $720,000, clearly with me. If you want to take it off my hands, ladies and gentlemen, now's your opportunity. First call at $720,000, looking for $740. Second call at $720,000. Where can I see $740? I think everyone should have their hand in the air at this price. Third, final call at $720,000. $740, anywhere at all? Was that a bid, Bob? No, sir? Was that a bid? No? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know what the statement of information has said. I'll keep moving it along at $760,000. Vendor bid with me. Vendor bid at $760,000. I'll ask for a rise of 10 if you like. At $760,000, where do I see $770? for this magnificent 5-bedroom home here, ladies and gentlemen. The person who buys today will be enjoying the next 20 years of their life, I can absolutely assure you. That's $760,000. Vendor bed with me. We'll be happy to pass it in. We know we've got interest. If you let me pass it in, your competition will start from that moment in time. That's $760,000, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants to give me $770,000? Could be the best decision you ever make. $760,000, clearly with me. You'll have me start to believe you're all here to see me, and I can't believe that given the beautiful house that's standing behind me. We know we've had multiple interests. We are more than happy to pass it in if that's what you want me to do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take a third and final vendor bid at $790,000. At $790,000, if you want to have the exclusive right, at the exclusion of all other parties, to negotiate with our vendor. Now's the time I'd ask you to raise your hand and show me your interest in the home. Otherwise, we'll be more than happy to go into private negotiations. At $790,000, clearly with me, vendor bid at $790,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I will call it 3 times and be very comfortable to pass the property in. But the next bid gets the exclusive right to put themselves in the box seat to buy the home. That's $790,000 vendor bid. First call at $790,000. Second call at $790,000. Clearly vendor bid. Clearly the next bid gets the first opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you leave me no choice but to officially pass the property in. Thank you very, very much for your attendance here today. We will be staying for the next half an hour or so, and any interested parties is more than welcome to stay and negotiate with us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic weekend and all the very best.